Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. When you go to Genesis 25:25, you get a clear understanding of who Esau is, because that's the main thing that these individuals don't want to dig into, and it's the whole ideal of the Bible. When you talking about Genesis 25 and you talking about the nation of Israel, this whole book is about the nation of Israel and is about Esau. How can you come from these two children being in the womb and you forget that this whole book is about these two nations? These two nations, when you Genesis 25:23, let's read it. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, two manners of people shall be separated from thy bowels, one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall be a slave to the younger. You see? And then it say they were delivered. The 25, the first one came out red all over, hairy like a garment. They called his name Esau, meaning he wasted away his heat. Then after that came out his brother, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. So Jacob came and grabbed Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 30-some years old. Now it tells you how the children are when they came out in verse 27. The boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. He was a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So they're two different type of men, and they're gonna be two different type of nations. You get to chapter 26, and it's talking about after they call Esau, changed Esau's name to Edom, so it gonna represent all of his offspring, because his name was changed to Edom, because he wanted the red pottage. Now when you get to verse 27, it talks about Isaac being blind, because Isaac had the promise from Abraham, and Isaac giving a blessing to both of his children. He gave a clear blessing to both of his children. In verse 29, he gave a blessing to Jacob. He told Jacob, because Jacob supplanted Esau, and Esau went to crying like a baby. And Esau said, well, is he going to get the birthright and the blessing? But this is what he got, the birthright, and he got a blessing. Verse 29 of 27, he say, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over your brethren, and let your mother's son bow down to you. You see, that's what the blessing Jacob had. And so Esau in 34, Esau was crying bitterly. He said, on 34, it's saying, when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. Verse 38, he say, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. Then Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of the heaven. That means you're going to rule the earth too, Esau. Don't worry. I'm going to let you rule the earth too. 40. And by the sword thou shalt live. Okay, you are not only you going to rule the earth, you're going to rule the earth by the sword, with a rod of iron. That's what the sword is. And shall serve thy brother. So he didn't say nobody gonna bow down to him. He said you still gonna have to serve your brother, but even in your blessing, you gonna have to serve your brother. But it says it's gonna come a time during when you get your blessing. He said, and it shall come to pass that whatever when I said, it's gonna come a time, and it shall come to pass when thou have the dominion. So when you get to the rulership, when you get the rulership is when you gonna subdue your brother. You see, you're not gonna get the rulership right off the top, or you gonna have to deal with your brother to get the rulership. Pretty much what he's saying, because he said, "Thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." So he's saying you're gonna have to deal with your brother to get this rulership, and your brother gonna be powerful. You see. So he let Esau know off the rip, you got to deal with your brother Jacob. And that's why the next verse lets you know his brother Isaac told him he gonna have to deal with you. You gonna have to deal with your brother. You got to serve your brother. You gonna get the blessing and rule the earth and rule the world and live in the best places on the earth and have a major rulership. But you're going to have to deal with your brother. Your brother going to put a yoke of iron on your neck. You see, you're going to have to deal with him. And that's why in the next verse he said, and Esau hated Jacob. Esau hated Jacob. And he said, because of the blessing that his father blessed him, not only did he hated him because of the blessing, because he told him everybody got to serve Jacob. He said all nations was going to have to serve Jacob. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. You see? Say the nation going to have to serve him. He going to be the king on the throne. So he was hating off the rip then. Then he said the days of mourning for my father is at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So he said, if I got to fight this, if he gonna put a yoke of iron on my neck and I got to serve this fool, I might as well kill him. That's pretty much what he was saying. I might as well kill Jacob. Hey, if I got to serve him to get my blessing, and I got to say, first of all, he feeling some type of way because he's supplanting him and for that bowl of stew. And when he went out to go hunt, his mama told him to go in there and get the blessing that Esau was crying for, because he seen that he gave up the birthright, but he wanted the blessing. So Jacob went. Mama told Jacob to go in there and get a blessing too, or get the first blessing. But however the situation went, Esau was ready to kill Jacob, and he knew he was gonna have to get rid of Jacob if he was gonna rule. So that's the purpose of the Bible, man. You can't come off of nothing else but that. This is the beginning of the Bible, because this is the beginning of the nation of Israel, who had the Savior come from them. And when you get to Revelation 12, that's exactly what it's going into. He saw a woman with 12 tribes, and this woman gave birth to a child, and the child was, in verse 5 of chapter 12 of Revelation, it said her child was caught up to the throne of God. We know that was Yahweh, who they even called Jesus Christ, was sent to the right hand of God. He was the Christ. And the next verse, in Revelation 12:3, it talks about the red dragon with 7 horns, or 10 horns, 10 nations. So if the tribe, the Israelites birthed, the 12 tribes birthed in Yahweh, the 10 tribes birthed in Esau. And these two warred in the womb, and they gonna war at the end of the world. And it's Esau's blessing, because he done took the yoke off, Jacob's yoke off his neck, and he got Jacob in submission. Jacob looking to get his blessing. He having birth pains now, because his blessing is beginning to come into fruition. This is the birth pain of Jacob's blessing. That's what the signs and the earthquakes and the rumors of wars and all heck breaking loose is, the birth pain of Jacob's blessing that all nations go bow down to him. His brethren gonna bow down to him. Esau and the other 12, well, they all gonna be co-heirs ruling together. The 144,000 from all the tribes. But Esau is the only brother that's gonna have to bow down to him, see, and serve him. And Esau understood all this. That's why he was mad back then, and that's why in Revelations 12:9 it says the great dragon, Satan, the devil, who deceived the world, was warring with the Israelites in verse 7. The dragon fought and his angels fought. So these dragons is gonna fight. That's why Trump coming up with a space force and all this other stuff, because they ready to fight. They don't want to give up their blessing. They never wanted to give up the blessing. And that's what the book is about. It's not about no angels from heaven falling down and all this. The angels done cursed God out and told him to kiss they behind, and God and say, okay, I'm gonna send you down there in a prison of darkness, and you can't do nothing about it. And I'm gonna send you down there for 1,000 years, and then after 1,000 years, I'm gonna come down there and send my son down there to whoop your behind. That ain't no crap. Ain't none of that's going on in this Bible, man. This Bible was about Jacob and Esau. Adversary is Satan. That's what Satan means. Adversary, Satan. It's just an adversary. All the military wars that they was having, they was calling them people Satan. And the main war that was going on was the Edomites trying to come after the Israelites. The book of Esther. Haman was an Edomite. He was trying to exterminate the freaking Israelites. And Mordecai and Esther saved the day, because she was one of the wives of the Persian king. So that's how they saved the day for the Israelites, because he was trying to exterminate them and their laws. They knew their history. That's what they knew what had happened. History ain't hidden under a rock. It's verbal history and it's written down history. And they knew it. And they was trying to exterminate them people. They knew who they went back to. But I'm going to leave it there where we at 12. I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem and Kakadash, double honors to the elders, pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide, death to America, death to these red dragons. Shalom.